when we started, we focused on a lot of basic stuff. But now we introduce more of running with the ball and some tactical movements. And things have improved fitness-wise with my players now. So now it's more, since we have some limits pa rin on how we can train. Yung mental aspect ng game becomes very, very important. To make sure that since we cannot simulate the physical demand because of non-contact, the mental demand is still there. So at least a match fitness mentally, we make sure that it's there so that hindi naman magulat yung mga players when during the competition proper itself. Actually, to me, it's very good. It's a big challenge because you, as a coach, it challenges everything that you've learned and everything that you know. Because although the drills are there, you have to adapt it to the IATF requirements and the limitations again that we have. So you have to be very imaginative, and you have to be able to convey that message to your players properly, and just set expectations, and make sure that you involve your whole coaching staff, your assistant coaches, your goalkeeper coaches, your trainers. Everybody gets involved in making sure that the players perform. No excuses, because everybody's in the same boat. It's not like there's different rules for us and different rules for others. No. So now it's really a challenge on management and the coaching staff and the players to come together so that we can perform at our highest and our best during the competition. It's a big of a boost because now that means I can actually get the most out of Balot Doctora without burning him to the ground. I mean, this guy's been with us from day one, and I want to make sure that we get at least 30 good minutes out of him at a very high level. And having Ricky there actually helps a lot. We've also moved Nathan Alcaraz to the inside, and we made some adjustments also to some of our other players. And it's working out pretty well. Well, you saw his picture. You saw how serious he is into making sure he comes into the season in the best shape of his life. So, I'll leave it at that. This, like I said, we understand age plays a role, but then, I get 30 minutes of high intensity. Balot is our heart and soul. We need them in matches. Plain and simple. So I'm gonna do everything I can to put him in the game. He might not start, but I'm telling you, he's gonna finish the game. McDaniel to me will be a big surprise for a lot of people. And him coming here for the SEA Games was a great experience for him. And that's one of the reasons he decided to come back and play professionally, because he really loved this experience with the U22 during the SEA Games. For this season, AFC or bust. That's what the players have in mind. They're sacrificing a lot financially, even with their health and everything. So it's AFC or bust. So we have to make AFC.
This is Bienve Marañón. I'm playing a striker, and my club is United City. I started play football when I was young, but I was talking about this many times because I come from the street. I come from a very humble family, so I don't have the chance to join to the clubs in the early age. So I play in the street until when I was 10 years old. One guy from one club, he called me to join them, and after that I was growing so fast. I went to good academic, and then after that I play as a professional. When I was 16 years old, I start getting my first salary until right now that every single year I was improving in that. So for me, I play football to enjoy, and also I play football because I take this one like my job. I want to get my salary. As better I play, better will be my salary. So that is my intention. I enjoy the game, but also we have to look for our future. Yeah, it means a lot because after Tere is not here anymore, for us it's so difficult, especially for me that I'm a foreigner. It's more difficult to go out, to go to another country, because as a foreigner everything becomes difficult. But now I appreciate them that they want to get me. They want to get me to play in this league, to play for this season, and I appreciate. So after Ceres, I think this is a very good chance to show our skill, and especially mine. Yeah, I think PFL is improving a lot. Every single year they improve a lot. For me, it's very sad that this season, when everything was better, we stopped. They was preparing the season very good. In January, February, they was working very hard to give us the best thing for football, and unfortunately, this came out. So because this virus, everything stopped. So for me, that is very sad because PFL was ready to do the best of them. But this okay. Now we have to look forward. We have to look for them. They are doing really good. They prepared this stadium really good with the billboard here around. I think they are doing a good schedule. They are doing everything good. So now we have to enjoy. We have to play every single game like a final, because this season will be even more difficult because it's just 5 games. Will be a final every single game, and hopefully the league is going well. We are going well also. We can enjoy football.
So I'm Harvey Gayoso, 23. I play for the advanced development team. I'm a left wing back. It was 19 years ago. There was an orientation about football in my kindergarten, and I was excited about listening to the coach, and he was telling us about the rules of the game and the equipment that they use and all that. So I asked my mom to enroll me, and that's when I kind of began playing. Then I continued on playing with my uncle and playing with other clubs like Football Fanatics, and then I just progressed to playing varsity and then playing for the national team after that. It was a natural attraction towards football. I just enjoyed playing the sport. I felt most natural, and I felt most at home playing football. Whenever I'd be on the pitch, everything else outside of it is just blank to me. It's me. When I'm in the pitch, it's just me, and that's what I enjoy about playing football. I think it means a lot, especially because I stand by the whole mantra of the ADT, showing them that youth football can actually produce something in an international stage, and I think that's what this is the club. This is what the direction the club is going for, and it means a lot to me because I want to make a mark, especially in the world of football and especially in the Philippines. So this is where I think I can actually get that first step towards that goal. What I like about the PFL is that it's very competitive. You have a lot of teams, and of course everybody's trying to do their best in order to help football progress in the country. And I think I see that in all of the teams being able to prepare well and being able to get themselves ready to give a show to the Philippine football fans. Our target is nothing else but to win. We believe that we're young enough and we're strong enough and we're hungry enough to actually do something about this in this league and actually make to get good results actually.
I am Carlo Durin. I'm a striker from Cagayan de Oro, and I play for ADT. Nag-start po ako maglaro ng football sa Cagayan de Oro City po. Naglaro po ako sa street po hanggang sa nagustuhan kong mag-football po. Tsaka may naka-discover po sa akin na coach, si Coach Wing po. Na-develop ko doon sa Higala FC. Hanggang sa may maraming opportunities na umabot sa akin, nakapag-try out ako sa U14 national team po. Saka doon po tuloy-tuloy na yung journey ng football ko. Kinuha ko ni Coach Darren Hartman sa GOM Football Academy po. So, doon po ako sa kanya po ako na-develop. Saka marami po akong mga experience po na naranasan kay Coach Darren. Malabas po kami ng ibang country po, Thailand, Singapore po. So, ayun po. Sa football po, nagustuhan ko po dito kasi ito po yung passion ko po. Gusto po kasi pangarap po kasi maging professional na football player po at saka maging part sa ASCALs po. Saka sobrang laki na opportunity na nandito ako sa ADT ngayon kasi ito na yung chance na mabot ko yung mga pangarap ko. Ano lang po, pasalamat ako sa mga tumutulong ko ngayon kasi patuloy pa yung suporta nila sa akin. Especially yung guardian ko po na tumutulong ngayon. Siya po yung patuloy po na nagsumusuporta sa akin hanggang ngayon po. Siya po yung inspiration ko, pati po mga kapatid ko. Gusto ko po dito kasi pangarap ko po talaga maglaro dito sa PFL. Bata ko talaga gusto kong makaano. Ngayon, dito na ako, sobrang saya po. Ngayon, nakasama ko na yung mga idol ko, sila RB at saka mga ibang malalakas mo na kasi matagal ko lang gusto sila ma-teammate po. Ang goal ko this season po is mag-improve ako dito sa ADT. Marami akong mga ma-develop ako at saka syempre po gusto po naming manalo sa PFL po.
My name is Miggy Clarino. I am 23 years old. I'm a central defender for UCFC. I started playing football when I was earliest, I think 6 or 7 years old. I grew up in a footballing family, so I used to watch my siblings play. And then from there, parang na-carry on na lang yung pag-pass on ng kung paano talaga maglaro ng football. So sa kanila talaga ako natuto. I continued playing football because I found the purpose doing it, you know. I wanna inspire other people. I wanna inspire the younger generations na you can really achieve anything you want as long as you believe in and as long as you work hard for it. It means a lot, you know. It has been my as a kid who grew up in the Philippines. It has been a dream for me to play with the players who has been representing the country in the Philippines and also the team outside the Philippines. It means a lot to me playing alongside the senior players and the newcomers. You know, it's a challenge for me to learn from it and get the most out of it. It's really competitive. A lot of players they want to prove something. No matter what team you are in, they're really competitive. They're really hungry for the #1 spot for the AFC Champions League. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good league. My goal is to help the team as much as possible. Kung mag-start man o hindi, I'm gonna give my 100% for the team. For now, our goal is to get that #1 spot and to play for the AFC Champions League.
I'm Eric Miganto from Mako, Davao de Oro, a forward from Kaya FC. Nag-start ako sa province namin sa Mako, Mako Davao de Oro na siya ngayon. I started when I was grade 2. Na-invite ako ng mga cousins ko and then doon nag-start ang lahat. Noong una, just for fun, pero ngayon naging passion ko na to eh. So, walang football, parang manghihina yung katawan mo eh. So, para sa Kaya FC, proud na proud ako kasi ito ang team na to na sumuporta sa amin kahit na down na lahat. Hindi kami iniwan, so thankful ako na nandito ako sa Kaya FC. Siguro sa masasabi ko, malaking tulong yung ginawa ng PFL, lalo na yun nga, yung football, hindi ganun kasikat na sports pero napatunayan na kaya ng PFL mag-provide ng league. At ngayon nga, magsa-start na this coming month, so magpapasalamat ako ng marami sa PFL also. Isa lang yung target ng team, to get the championship and maglaro sa AFC. Champions League. So yun, expect nyo na ibibigay namin ng lahat sa loob ng 90 minutes. Sa 5 games na yan, magkakasiguro kayong magiging masaya kayo sa papanoorin nyo sa Kaya FC. Para sa akin, lahat naman challenging pero di natin mawala yung United. Siguro yun yung kumbaga magiging mahirap na kalaban, pero alam namin na may bubuga kami as Kaya FC and may makakaya kami.
Forteria still. Forteria with a great pass. It's the opener.
We're live from the PFF National Training Center in Carmona, Cavite. You're watching the Philippines Football League brought to you by Qatar Airways. It's the 2020 season and we've got a fantastic day on our hands. 3 games to look forward to, one at 4:30, one at 8 p.m. But our focus today is the morning kickoff between Stallion Laguna FC and Maharlika Manila FC. Should be a cracking match here in the Philippines Football League, and we are so happy you could join us over the PFL platforms and over One Play Sports as well. My name is Jing Hamlang, joined today by a man who is familiar to many fans of Philippine football, former ASCAL player and a long-time player for some of the prominent clubs in the country. He's played for Ceres, Davao, he's played for Kaya and Pachanga. Nate Berkey is making his commentary debut today. How's it going, Nate?
Good morning, my brother. It's going very well. We have a beautiful morning. Thank you for that introduction. Very happy to be here with you on my first calling of football, and I'm excited to watch this match, Jing. It's a beautiful morning, sun shining. It's a perfect conditions for both teams to come out and play.
I know you're excited for this one. I'm excited to be alongside you. You've got so much knowledge of the game and you've been involved in Philippine football for so long. And man, just to have this season in 2020, it's got to be fantastic. How are you feeling that football is finally back and gaining some momentum here in the country?
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I'm a bit on a cloud 9 right now. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see, and we should all be very thankful that we have this opportunity to continue playing and continue watching. Gives the whole country hope, and couldn't come at a better moment. I think it's very necessary, I feel.
Now, Stallion Laguna, this is their first game of the campaign, and they're up against a newcomer to the league in Maharlika Manila. They were formed just a few months before the start of the league, but they have 1 game under their belt already. How is that going to figure here against a Stallion Laguna side that is just starting their campaign?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a positive for Maharlika. They have that first game jitters out of the way. They'll look to improve their performance. They're playing a morning match, new conditions. It's not as rainy as it was their match, so they should all be amped and looking forward to, get their first win in club history.
Let's take a look at the league table. As we mentioned, opening day happened just 3 days ago, and the results were in favor of the favorites. United City FC handling business against the ASCAL's development team. They won that match 1-0 with Mike Odd scoring the solitary goal in that one. Then Kaya FC Iloilo in the late matchup, able to handle the business against Maharlika Manila. But both scorelines were extremely tight, Nate, and these were up against teams that were considered to be newcomers to the league. Were you surprised by these results at all?
I'm not surprised by the results, and I'm also not surprised by the scoreline. As I was saying before, these teams haven't played in so long. So to have that game sharp, game fitness, it's a bit much to ask for in the first game, especially haven't played in so long. So let's hope to see some goals today. I think we will. As I said, we have a beautiful conditions. Players are going to want to be running, I hope and see, and let's look forward to seeing that.
Now, Stallion Laguna, of course, not optimum conditions for their debut here in the campaign. They've picked up some impressive players in the offseason. Unfortunately, a few of them not going to be available for this match. We're going to get an opportunity to take a look at our starting lineups, and starting off with our home team today. The folks from Laguna, they have been veterans at the top flight of Philippine football. Last year, they will have been disappointed with their finish. They were just 4 points ahead of Green Archers United and quite a ways back to their nearest contender in Kaya, and definitely far away from the champions, Ceres Negros. They're looking to bounce back this season, but as mentioned, Nate, as we look at their lineup here, some key figures missing. No Nathan Alquiros, you don't have the new player in Ricky Sendra, and you're losing your forward up top in Abu Sip. But when you look at this lineup, still a lot of fantastic firepower at their disposal.
Yes, Jing, and it looks to be a new formation that they're trying to play. Even Doctor is here in a holding position, a different role as we're used to seeing him. So they still look very strong. Aside from your players missing, of course, that's going to not how they want to start the match, not how they want to start the campaign, but it's still a very strong lineup.
Gasik in goal, Regalo on the right side, Belgira on the opposite flank. You've got Nieres and Villarreal in the middle. As you mentioned, Doctora going to be the metronome in the middle, pulling the strings in midfield. And he's got a forward line of Arboleda, Melisa, Endur, who is new, McDaniel as well, new, and somebody that we can look forward to, and Bedia leading the line up top. Now let's take a look at Maharlika Manila. As mentioned, a tough game against Kaya FC Iloilo in their first outing ever as a football club, but they definitely can be proud of themselves that they were up against one of the veterans of the competition and held their ground quite nicely. They do have a lot of veterans on this team, and that helps quite a bit, Nate.
Yeah, definitely experience is what you want. Definitely playing in football here in Philippines, and we saw that with the last match with Basa. You saw his experience just show and shine. And there's also Anton Del Rosario's in there, Jerry Barbosa's in there. Even Charlie Beaton and Yannick Tuasen have been in the league for several years. So even though it's a new team, a lot of new players making their debuts for the league, there's still a lot of experience in there.
Bendek and Fong had a fantastic match in goal against Kaya, and one player to look out for certainly is going to be Libre over on the top right side of Maharlika Manila, just 19 years of age from Tondo, and really showed that he is capable of showcasing his talent at this high level. So there you have it. The starting lineups for both sides have been shown. We're seeing a more attacking formation from Maharlika Manila. Anton Del Rosario pushed up into a midfield role, so perhaps we're going to see him on the ball a little bit more. Actually, quite surprised that he's in the lineup at all, Nate. Ended up in with a hand injury in that match against Kaya FC Iloilo. Looked like he had a broken hand in that one, but somehow, some way, he's found himself on the starting lineup here.
Yeah, well, that's what he does. He's a warrior. We remember when he broke his nose and he had that face shield. He played directly after that, so it's no surprise to me that he's on the field. He's always going to want to be playing. I'm not sure if he's in that midfield role. As I was watching them warm up, I saw him on the right flank of defense. So be interesting to see how they come out for the first 11.
There's so many intriguing points already with just the lineups of both sides and what it means to both Maharlika and Stallion. But there is another dynamic that we have to take into consideration. It's the fact that the coach of Stallion Laguna is unavailable for this game. So no Ernie Nieres, a man who is well known to everybody in the Philippine football community. He is always a familiar figure on the sideline, shouting out instructions, and he's a motivational force for Stallion. How is that going to affect the Laguna side, Nate?
Well, we'll see. Every team has their manager, and they're on the sideline for a reason. Their presence is felt by all of the players. So with this being Stallion's first game, they have new players who are into the team. Having your manager not there is a factor. Now, will these players be able to adjust and motivate themselves? I'm sure they will. They're all dying to get on that field. But as you said, Jing, it does make a difference. Not seeing your gaffer, not seeing your manager right there guiding you, giving you instruction.
Coach Ernie Nieres, we're sure, is watching this match with a very close eye. He's going to be wanting to get back on the sidelines as soon as possible, and that's our understanding, that he will be back for their second outing. But this first one is extremely important. They need to get points on the board. There is only just 5 matches for each team to get as high up the table as possible. There is no room for error, and they're going to want to make sure they start off strong here against Maharlika, who have Roxy Dorlas on their sideline. A familiar man for you, must have played alongside him and against him on several occasions. Now he is a coach of one of the new teams here in the PFL. It's been an amazing journey for Roxy Dorlas.
Yeah, 100%. He's a great guy. And, you know, early on he got a lot of criticism for maybe youth national team performances, but Roxy is a great person. He knows football. He comes from a footballing country. He has the experience. This is another stepping stone in his career for coaching, and I'm happy for him. I thought the game plan that they came out with for that first game was telling. You know, I'm expecting to see a bit more from this match, and I think we'll be able to see that. But it's also great to see a former player in that role, you know. Having seen a veteran player who knows the league, knows football here in Philippines, guiding a team, a new team, that's what you want to see, Jing. That's what you want to see.
Roxy Dorlas, amongst the generation of players now that are finding themselves in more managerial roles, coaching roles. It's beautiful to see, you know, all of these players who are sticking around in the football community looking to uplift the game. And here we are in these unprecedented times, but we find ourselves with a league, man. The Philippine community, a football community, has really rallied around one another to make sure that we have something to look forward to this year. And here we have it, an amazing next few weeks that we have to look forward to.
Jing, your words are spacing me out, and as I see these beautiful clouds and this beautiful green pitch about to take on, you're absolutely right. We're so fortunate, and it's going to be an exciting match over the next few weeks. We have tons of matches to watch. Every game's going to be explosive, and we're giving the fans and the community something to watch and support, and it's a beautiful thing for Philippine football right now.
So here we go, our triple header on this Halloween Saturday about to get started. We've got Stallion Laguna opening their campaign against Maharlika Manila. Stick around, we've got kickoff just around the corner. Here we go. Stallion Laguna and Maharlika Manila entering the field for our first matchup of today's triple header in the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Not the usual entrance, of course. Strict protocols being implemented, not only on the pitch here today, but in the bubble setup where these players are set up in Sedanu Valley. So much effort has gone into making sure that these games can be played in safe and healthy conditions. And it's amazing to see just how everyone has come together to make sure we have football to look forward to in 2020. And Maharlika Manila, one of the big additions to this season, and hopefully for many years to come in the top flight of Philippines football. Anton Del Rosario able to rally the troops and put a club together so quickly, and they've already assimilated themselves to this level quite nicely after one opening game, and they're taking on a tough challenge today. Stallion Laguna, a veteran at the top flight. They've been double winners in the past, but they've slipped a little bit in terms of the standards they've expected of themselves, and now they have an opportunity to right some wrongs from last year. Jing Hamlang and Nate Berkey calling the action for you. We're live over the YouTube and Facebook of the Philippines Football League platforms and also on One Play Sports. I'm so glad you could join us for this morning kickoff. And here we go. Maharlika in white today. Stallion donning their usual pink. And it's 9 o'clock on the dot, which means it's time for kickoff here at the PFF National Training Center in Carmona, Cavite. Here we go. First touch there for Endure and for McDaniel, who is new to this competition. Stallion here getting an opportunity to get comfortable on the ball and already finding some space on the left side. Endure with a flick on, and it's a first catch for Bandek and Fawn. A big target man up front today, Maharlika Manila. A Peso up there.
Doctor with a nice turn, find some feet. They're able to keep the ball. They're swinging it around now, Jing. Stallion's enjoying a bit of possession here.
Maharlika really dropping deep here, Nate.
Very deep.
Whistle is blown.
Looks like a clean tackle to me.
Maharlika Manila.
Let's have a look at that replay, Jing.
Up in arms here with that call. Yannick Tuason in particular very upset with that one. Let's have a look at it here. Trying to pull the trigger. And he looked like he kicked the Maharlika player instead as the ball was poked away.
Got it wrong. Opposite. Unfortunate. That's football. Philippine football. Stallions with a nice free kick, top of the box. Enjoying a lot of possession in there. Have to start the game.
Belgira looking it over. Janjan Meliza an option as well. They're having a look on the sideline. It looks like stand-in coach Richard Leble is deciding who will take it.
Who do you like to take this free kick here, Jing?
They're going to take it quickly here. Belgira now feeding Meliza. And
Charlie, a bit of space.
Good anticipation there from Charlie Beaton, spotting the danger.
Throw in for Stallions here.
Reynolds Villarreal will take his time now. They're going to shuffle it over to Matthew Nieres.
Maharlika still sitting deep, Jing.
It looks like they're set up to absorb some pressure early on here.
They're expecting Stallions to dominate in possession. They're respecting them. Credit to them.
Lots of pink shirts forward though. And here is McDaniel with a flick on, but nobody there to support him. Basa. And McDaniel looking to make something of it. Basa clears it away. Tuason with a flick on it. It's Gary Epeso now. Bit of hold-up play.
Late
Don
challenge. Not much of an advantage. Good call by the ref.
Del Rosario taking his first hit, and it looks like he is in that more forward role. He's in midfield today.
He
Nick?
is. It's the hair of the right back, Amisola, who had me confused in warm-up. But Anton is definitely in midfield.
And wearing a cast today, as you can see. Still cautious with that left hand of his.
Basa gonna go long.
Flick on. It's going to be
a corner kick.
Corner kick here, the first one.
First time the ball is entered in Stallion's defense. Brings a corner kick for Maharlika. We have Charlie Beaton on the ball.
And he's got a big target to aim for it. Gary Epeso's got his hand up. Can they find him? They're going second post. Basa.
Can he get to it?
The bounce was just a bit too quick for him. Maharlika staying up a little bit here. Looking to pressure this back line. Bypassed very quickly. Doctora over to the left side, and that's cut out before he could get to Arboleda.
That was Melissa on that turn there, Jing. It was a beautiful turn. Melissa and Doctora are very similar players. Very, very similar players.
It's something you mentioned as well, Ruben. Doctora playing in a different role as we've grown accustomed to. Used to be up front leading the line for Doctora, banging in the goals. Now he's the pacemaker.
Yeah, it's a leadership role. No one better on that team to do it than him.
Basa snuffing out the danger for Nea. Runs into a bit of trouble. Melissa spreads it out wide. Arboleda taking a shot. That's easy for Bandek and Fong.
Stallions going ahead and press. All alone. He's all alone there. They get it wide to
Mateo Yuhiko. Actually, a man that you pointed out as a standout from their match against Kaya. The first Charlie beaten here. Has it taken away by Regala.
Maharlika having a hard time to keep possession of this ball.
Although
Again,
Maharlika,
not much pressure on him whatsoever there, James. As you see, they're letting them just keep it in that midfield. It seems like the line of confrontation is maybe the midfield line or even below. They're really compact, trying to keep Maharlika, keep Stallions in front of them as much as possible.
Maharlika will have gotten their feet wet with their first match against Kaya FC Iloilo. How much of a factor will tired legs be, Nate? It's a quick turnaround, just 2 days in between matches.
Yeah, that's the standard minimum for FIFA. So these guys will definitely feel that first match, but at the same time, they should be pretty fit. Game fitness is a total different story, but I think the second half we might see a bit of fatigue from Maharlika's side.
Nice layoff from Epeso.
There's MJ on the ball. I love that. So skillful, this one.
He's got confidence on the ball.
Honda boys must be so happy to see this.
Melissa just bundling him over there.
Nice bit of possession here from Maharlika. Finding feet. We got a throw in for them coming up.
Took him a few moments. Just about 8 minutes into the contest, but Maharlika now starting to find their confidence on the ball. Not the best ball forward from David Basa. You could tell he was looking to get that one into the far post. Didn't get the connection he wanted.
Yeah, there's a slight breeze here today, Jing. But other than that, it's clear skies. You know, any ball in the air, I feel, is going to definitely have some pull on it. So keeping that ball on the ground is going to be crucial today, I feel.
It's a great time to have a match, as you mentioned. There is a typhoon expected in the country. It's fast approaching, and we're starting to feel the winds already.
Yeah, let's hope for some beautiful weather for the rest of the day, so we can get these other two matches in. But here we are, Twassen on the ball. He's connecting with their striker very well. He's able to hold it up. Anton gets it left to Yohiko. Loses the ball there. A bit of a counter here for Stallions. Can they make the most of it?
And Dorf.
And they do.
Darwin Regala has continued his run. The cutback is perfect.
Oof.
Beautifully worked by Stallion Laguna, but the shot just wide.
That's a great piece of fast play from Stallions. What we're used to seeing there, Jing. You'd like to see him hit the target there. Unfortunately, good bit of passes from him though.
Clinical build-up. Darwin Regala linking up nicely with Endur to find the space on the right flank. Badia getting his first shot of the match. It's the best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, that wind is coming across field, Jing. Right onto us. Great for us.
Yeah.
We got a throw in the Stallions half for Maharlika.
Tuason finding himself on the ball a lot more now.
Good bit of feet, good bit of skill there from Yannick. Can he get the ball back? A bit too strong from pass from beaten.
That's a lovely take to bring the ball down. Nice and confident from the right back. And you see Roxy now urging his boys to press a little bit. Looking to switch things up a little bit here against Stallion. Nice run from Melisa. Gets away from Del Rosario, who recovers just in time, but it's fallen nicely here. Basa now taking it away forcefully. Beaton ran into Doctora, and now Regala's got time to reset.
That's the strength and experience of Ruben, dominating and trying to control that midfield. It's going to be a crucial role for them in this game. Can it sustain for the whole match?
Bit of space. Melisa is looking for that outlet to Arboleda. Belgira, lovely footwork. He's been clipped.
A little bit of late contact from Fonera. Stallions with another free kick. Stallions are known for those trick plays, aren't they, Jing? They always got something up their sleeve.
One of the most organized sides. In fact, one of the feared teams here in the PFL. Everybody knows how hard they prepare.
Their first free kick didn't come out the way they expected, so let's hope for a bit more quality here, a good service, and hope they can get a nice attempt on goal here, Jing.
And something perhaps that not too many people know, Nate, Stallion always train in the morning. They train at 6 o'clock in the morning every day, so this type of kickoff time is perfect for them. But get up. It's a lovely ball. Oh my goodness. Endure misses from point blank.
Yeah, he just lofted it in there. Ador was able to get to it. Probably wasn't expecting to get to that, but unfortunately he does get to it and knocks it over misses the frame. Let's have a look. Gotta hit the frame from that position.
Oof.
He's a bit laid back. Ball goes over. He's got to stay on top of that, Jinx. Got to stay on top of that ball. Put it on frame.
Inside the 6-yard box, you're not gonna get too many like that. Stallion
Ruben
missing a golden opportunity.
2 now. Should be 2-0. Regala on the ball. They'll swing it around. Again, look how deep this Maharlika side is.
They've retreated into their own half. Two options to aim at. Inside the box for Stallion. Doctora.
They're bringing the attack to the right side.
Fed in to Endure. McDaniel looking for the return, and that's missed by Basa completely. Barbaso able to recover to clean up the mess, but certainly a worrying moment there for Maharlika.
As I said, Jing, this wind is no joke here today. As that ball travels in the air, you're not going to be able to read it as well. So keep that ball on the ground. You're going to have yourself a lot more of an easier time trying to play football here.
And that was a mistake from David Basa, who is meant to be a steadying force for Maharlika Manila in the back line. Yano able to poke it away, but Epeso unable to get it. Arboleda now finally with an opportunity to run at his man. Left-footed strike!
Just wide. Stallion's definitely dominating this first 15, 14 minutes here, Jing.
That's 3 chances, 2 of them really good chances. So they're piling on the opportunities here, but so far the breakthrough remaining elusive.
Maharlika looking to go long on this goal kick, get their players up. get up the field.
Just as Maharlika were looking to get a foothold in the game, they've lost control once again.
We got a heading match here. Put that ball on the ground.
Maharlika winning the volleyball match in the middle. And they've got a breakthrough
What do we have
here.
here, Jing?
Beaton pressuring his man. Libre has it taken away, and that's a crucial intervention.
Melissa finding Fitch down the left flank. Left-footed cross. Heavy first touch. He's a bit not having the best start here, Jing. What do you think?
Yeah, Endure certainly been in some dangerous areas on the pitch. So far, unable to take advantage.
First game jitters. Let's hope he finds his way.
But how many bullets can you dodge if you're Maharlika Manila, right? It's got to be worrying here. They've been opened up a few times already.
Ref gives
Peso
advantage.
runs over
Fonera trying
Balot
to go wide,
Doctora.
NJ.
He ran over the captain of Stallion there. No whistle from the referee.
The game's opening up here, Jing. Game's opening up.
That's a lovely tackle. Takes it away from Arboleda, who was looking around for a teammate.
Stallion's going to look to get a bit more possession of his ball now. Not much pressure from Maharlika now. They're going to slow it down a bit.
Arboleda forced to go backwards there. He's a key player for Stallion, so that matchup with Carl Almisola is going to be something to watch and look at in this game.
That's a bad giveaway.
Sloppy pass from Doctora. Fornea.
Not much options going forward. Only thing they can do is go back, Jing. They're looking to keep it, though. It's good to see.
Barbaso.
This is a bit better for Maharlika.
They're trying to lure Stallion out, and Laguna are obliging, and that's perhaps why. Forcing a mistake there with Mateo Yoshiko. But Stallion wastes the opportunity, going a little too quickly there, not on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Regala and McDaniel.
You could tell Regala was wanting to take advantage of that space in behind. Fitch wanted it to his feet, but you gotta look. You gotta listen to that person on the ball. They see what's behind you.
Peso.
Good
It's been a real factor for Maharlika here.
Yeah, good bit of strength from him. Maharlika's gonna take their time. Up first, free kick up to Charlie. That's a wasted opportunity, and Anton knows.
Disappointed with himself.
As he should be. As he should be.
Quick thinking from the founder and owner and player of this side.
Fitch with a bit of space there. Still going.
This time he gets away.
Melissa on the ball. Looks to shoot, but it's deflected. Offside flag up. Save from the keepers anyways.
Flag came up very quickly on this near side. Let's have a look at it. Still got the opportunity away. Decent effort as well on the half volley.
Yeah. Charlie with a bit of space. Go on, Charlie. You take him on. Yuhiko on the ball. As we'll take another throw in the defensive half of Stallions.
Charlie beating the option.
Time for Fonera. Can he find striker?
Yes, he
Holding
does.
them off.
Peso creating half a yard to shoot, but that was blocked, and now they have to recycle the attack.
Barbosa and Basa will gladly keep it. Heavy touch for Yannick, but he's able to recover. And that pass is, again, a bit... They're unable to connect that pass there, Jing.
Nice bit of pressure from Libre, forcing Belgira to fire the ball just wide. Out for a throw-in, but Stallion here recovered possession.
Stallion's still a bit slow to get out. They'll gladly just bring it back and probe it to the other side.
And Maharlika will be happy with this kind of pace. Give them an opportunity to set up nicely here.
Stallion's going to enjoy a bit of possession. Frustrating this Maharlika side, as you can tell. Unable to connect.
Arboleda just drifting in between the lines, but that pass was wayward. Villarreal able to head this one back to Nelson Gasik, who's been pretty undisturbed in this game. Hasn't had much to do. The man in between the sticks for Stallion.
About 20 minutes in, Jing.
Nelson's opposite number, however, has been quite busy, Nate. Van Dijk and Fong looking like the favorite for the Golden Glove at the moment. He was very busy against Kaya. Today, very busy already in this first half. But he's equal to every challenge that has been thrown his way so far. Chance now for Amisola to get upfield. Beso whistled. Got a little too physical in the tackle. And so far, you got to be happy here if you're Maharlika after being opened up quite a bit in the first 10 to 15 minutes. You've been able to keep away from danger for the most part. Epeso brushing aside Bedia. Tuason.
It's a nice bit of effort from Yannick, staying with the ball, going for a long left-footed strike. Unable to hit the frame.
It's an ambitious attempt, but he saw it open up in front of him. Let's have a look here, just at the edge of the area. Actually, that was quite a ways away. If it's on target, he looks like a genius. Unfortunately, when you take chances like that, sometimes it doesn't look so good.
Well, at this moment, Maharlika is doing anything they can.
Endure. It's a lovely touch on the chest there. Just couldn't fire it goalwards.
Space in the middle of the field. Still going. Ball on the ball with MJ now.
Forced to go backwards.
Maharlika enjoying a bit of possession right now. Finding feet. That's what we want to see, Jing.
And this will give them confidence. Just an opportunity to pass the ball around. Get their midfielders to settle in. Yuhiko has ventured forward.
He's got a lot of space in front of him, but he goes for the cross.
There's an early ball by Yuhiko, but he got some swerve on it.
Stallion going to look to counter here.
Endure looking for that run. Fitch Arboleda
Offsides.
caught with a flag up there. It's good discipline from the back line.
What do you think of the Stallion side so far, Jing? We got about 25 minutes into this first half. What can you say?
Just about halfway through, and you have to say they'll be disappointed not to be ahead. They've had some wonderful opportunities to open the scoring. But now they're finding themselves with a stubborn Maharlika Manila side. It seems as if opening them up is going to be a little bit more difficult in the latter half of this opening period.
Melissa takes on 3 players, gets away. Still going. Heavy touch.
Melissa!
Oh!
Oh! What a shot!
This is a great sequence from Stallions there. Unlucky finish from Melissa, left-footed. Just tried to curl it with his left foot.
Let's have a look at it here. Left-footed effort, just above the bar. Bandek and Fong.
And they're giving the teams a break, which is what I think is a great idea, Jing.
The sun is shining down here in Carmona, Cavite. And as we all know, preparations for this season far from ideal as well. Not a full preseason. You got to get yourselves up to speed at the quickest possible time, and to avoid any untoward incidents and injuries. Bit of a hydration break here, an opportunity for us to catch up. Nate, how are you finding the match so far? Stallion, Maharlika, still 0-0.
Yeah. Stallions obviously dominating. They've had the majority of play, the majority of chances, as we look back at some of these chances they've had. Unable to convert though.
Had some close ones for Fong. Endure in particular, a real threat for them, but he hasn't had his shooting boots on just yet.
Yeah, he's still looking to get into the match.
Meanwhile, for Maharlika, one of the bright spots, Gary Epeso, who you've seen there just steamrolling in the midfield, but he's been a formidable front man and target man for Manila.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jing. If you're playing target forward, you want that striker to be able to show some strength and hold that ball up. As the players take the field, looking like they needed that break there, Jing. Leagues all over the world have been doing this. They haven't had a game in so long. So for them to take a 1-minute break is definitely understanding, and let's hope they can regroup, come into this remainder of the first half, and let's hope for some goals here, Jing. I want to see some goals.
Stallion Laguna, of course, going to be rather disappointed that they haven't found their first goal of the season. But what do you want to see from Maharlika Manila here, Nate, with still plenty of time here in the opening period?
I'd like to see them try and get control of this midfield and control the match. Right now, I don't see much of a midfield. I see the back line and I see throwing balls up a front, but they're not able to connect and really have some meaningful possession.
Anton was dispossessed, and now Griffin McDaniel is venturing inwards. He's found Belgira. Now numbers forward for Stallion.
Stallions enjoying possession in the entire half of Maharlika. They're still sitting so deep. Center back brings the ball all the way up, finds their right back.
Regala. It's been busy.
I like this patience though from Stallions.
Villarreal
This is
lifting
what
that
happens
one.
when you have patience, Jing. There's the first goal! That's a beautiful, beautiful sequence from Stallion, Jing. Beautiful.
Lovely find from Reynald Villarreal. Finds Endure, who finally opens the scoring here for Stallion Laguna. It's 1-0.
Just like that, Jing. You're a striker. You're missing opportunities. You're just waiting for that. Opportunities are still going to come. You just have to maximize and take advantage of it, and that's exactly what he did.
The finishing might have been awry in the first few attempts, but he's gotten himself in dangerous areas, and now he's been rewarded with a goal.
Pure power finish. You'll have to see that inside the box. Made sure to put that away, Jing.
A little bit of relief, a little bit of frustration, all unleashed with that shot. You called for goals, Nate. We got him.
On time. I love that. So let's see how we still have 15 minutes left. Let's see how Maharlika can respond. They know they're going to need some points. They went 1-0 down in their first match. They're 1-0 now in the second match in the first half. How will they respond, Jim? Another true test of their character. They got their backs against the wall here, Jing, but let's see what they can do.
Jerry Barbasa was just inches away from making contact with that entry pass for Reynald Villarreal. Unfortunately, just cleared his head. Those are the margins of these matches. Find ourselves at the half-hour mark rather, of this opening period. Maharlika Manila.
Maharlika doing well to get out of pressure there. They find the left side. Maharlika will retain possession. You look at the body language, Jing, it tells a lot.
What are you seeing, Nate?
Seeing a bit of a deflation, seeing a bit of exhaustion. Looking for some optimism here. A lot of heads down. Who's gonna guide this team and pick this team up? We expect Anton to do so, right?
Well, the two guys who just exchanged there, Barbaso, who is the captain, and Anton Del Rosario, veteran heads for them. This is when that experience comes into play. David Basa.
Showing his strength and composure there. Almost got himself into a little bit of trouble, but found himself easy for that. Easy for the veteran there.
A little bit of a switch we're seeing here from Stallion. Fitch Arboleda now has drifted inside. It looks like Bedia has been pushed over onto the left flank. Endur leading the line for Stallion. Epeso wins a corner kick. And given how difficult it's been to carve out opportunities for Maharlika in open play, these set pieces are going to be so important for this side.
Crucial, Jing. Very, very crucial. At the moment, this is all they got, Jing. So let's see if they can make something out of this.
Good delivery. It's well headed away. Can they get a second opportunity here? They've still got bodies forward.
Box. MJ on the ball. Not the best delivery. Ranek showing some strength there. Tough call there, Gene.
Melisa can't believe it. He thought he got ball.
Maharlika with a free kick in a decent position. We got Jerry Barbosa on the ball. Let's see what Maharlika has up their sleeve here.
Barbosa now curling that one in. It's easily cleared away, but he gets a second serving. No, it's going to go over. Anton Del Rosario offside anyway.
Again, not the best delivery there, Jing. These set pieces have to be taken advantage of. For a team like Maharlika in a game like this, they have to really focus and make sure that they are maximizing these opportunities in the set pieces.
Bit of light pressure inside their half, but it's a wonderful ball to set McDaniel free. Basa covering. Arboleda gets it right back, and it's a bit of a swerver there from Griffin McDaniel, but it's going to be no trouble for Fong, who gets it upfield very quickly. Confident catch from Nelson
As we see
Gasset.
that long ball, Jing, we see the Maharlika still just walking, not really compressing this field. They're just... Seeing a lot of exhaustion here, Jing.
They're going to spread the play. Very easy there for Mateo
Yuhiko. Counter from this. Maharlika going to look to make something out of this. Fonera on the ball, passes midfield. He's got Charlie to his left.
They don't have too many numbers though, Nate.
Not the best weighted pass there. And they'll just drop off. They'll just drop off, get back into their shape, easily allow Stallions to control this possession here.
In that transition, we saw Stallion looking disciplined as well. Got the numbers back very quickly. Make sure that they were not outnumbered on the break. And they're given an opportunity to just breathe here. Maharlika dropping off once more. Bidia, that's a nice first touch. Scratch that, actually went out.
Maharlika picks up possession with a throw-in.
He's been so difficult to keep off the ball here, Gary Epeso. He's looking to spread it now to Charlie Beaton, who's one-on-one with Bidia.
Unable to get control of that ball there, Charlie.
Or rather, that's Darwin Regala who's on him, and he's done very well.
Fornera first, but it's a poor header. We have a little bit of space here for Adore.
Bassa had his hand up, did not know Barbasa was behind him.
Stallion's getting numbers forward.
Nice little reverse ball for Melisa. Bidia now looking to link up with Arboleda.
Oof.
Look at that. Endures second opportunity. What
That's
a
a
stop.
great save. Could have been 2-0 there, Jing.
What a stop.
Wow.
And great play from Stallion as well to open up that opportunity.
A lot of frustration from this Maharlika side, you can tell.
Let's
Here's
have a
that
look at it
replay.
again. They got it very deep. Oof.
Only thing he could have done there is a little chip there, Jing. Just a little dink over that goalkeeper. But it's tough to say. Tough to make that decision. Split decision there.
Got to be happy with that if you're Stallion. Lovely interplay.
Coming up on the 36 minute mark here, Jing. We got about 10 minutes left. I'd like to see a little bit more from Stallions here. Let's see if they can get one more. Close out this half.
If they can get a second, they'll be very relaxed heading into the second period.
They'll have opportunities. They're just going to have to maximize and capitalize it. Not much pressure from Maharlika still.
There's definitely a lot more intensity to Maharlika's game against Kaya.
Yes, Jing, you're absolutely correct. It was an evening match. Players tend to run more in the evening. We got that sun here. It's no joke.
And again, as mentioned, this is Stallion's bread and butter, so they're used to this weather. They're used to this environment. That's a lovely strike.
Stallions applying more and more pressure, looking to get that second goal before halftime. Who's on the...
It's Melisa.
Melisa.
Edge of the box.
I bet he wishes he could get that again.
That's a second opportunity from that similar kind of range. One went over the box, and this one just wide. It would be in the best interests of Maharlika to not give Melisa a third crack at it from that distance. Over on the left side now. They've been finding a lot of success from that flank. McDaniel.
Bit of contact. That's a foul for Stallions there. Give Maharlika a breather.
Dangerous moment for Yuhiko. Not sure he knew how close McDaniel was on him. Just a slight contact before he left the ground, and that was enough for the whistle.
That's harmless, but it's a right call. Barbosa connecting with Bassa. No one's really showing in midfield though. They got MJ waiting for that ball. Can they find him? Unable to connect. They end up going back to Bendekin. Bassa on the ball now. Still with space. No options.
Instead, just feeling a little bit tentative to fire it into their midfielders. There's so much space here in the middle. A huge hole that nobody seems to want to jump into. And now Beaton and Yuhiko. That's lovely from them.
Maharlika beat the press. They're now in the attack.
Using his body well, finds himself on the left flank. Yohiko.
Stallions will look to counter now if they can get numbers forward.
It's a bit too
Heavy
strong.
pass. Can he get to it?
Ooh.
He does. Get in the box there. McDaniel needs to get in the box.
Badia rolls it to Melisa. This time, he gets it on target. There's no power on it.
Odure strong, hold up. Able to turn his man. Unable to connect again there, Jing.
Picked away by Regala. Here's an opportunity for Stallion. But there's plenty of white shirts back, so they're going to step on the brakes.
5 minutes left here, Jing. Stallions will gladly enjoy this possession. Try and finish this half here with securing this 1-0 lead.
When you look at the difference of the two teams right now, you look at Maharlika, as you mentioned, perhaps maybe feeling a little bit of that fatigue. But Stallion don't look like they're breathing heavy at all.
Yeah, the experience of Stallions is kicking in as they're managing this match, managing this lead. Again, not much pressure from Maharlika, so they're just going to gladly keep that ball, probe it left to right. Clock's on their side right now, Jing.
Belgira. 5 minutes remaining in this opening half.
We got a corner coming up.
Stallion ahead.
Looks like a lot of tired legs out there, Jing. Everyone seems to be just waiting for that halftime to kick off. But we have 5 minutes left. Corner kick for Stallions. Let's see if we can get another opportunity here.
Bad news for those who are tired, Nate. It's only going to get hotter. The conditions are just going to get more difficult.
They are lucky they have this breeze here, Jing. They are lucky they have this
Dangerous
breeze.
moment here inside the box. Doctora with a missed kick. Loops it over. Melisa unable to cover the ball.
Nice bit of skill from MJ. You love to see that. Get a little clearance. Slow to get out, Maharlika.
We talked about MJ Libre being a man to watch for Maharlika Manila. They haven't gotten him on the ball enough, Nate.
Yeah, as I said, they're unable to control that midfield, so a lot of their possession is being wasted. Doctora goes left. Melisa on the ball. Gives a little chip. Corner kick again. How much more pressure can this Maharlika withstand with 3 minutes left? Another corner kick here, Jing.
Let's have a look at that. The entry balls into the box from Stallion have been very tricky. They've been good at spotting the runs.
If I'm Maharlika right now, I'm doing absolutely everything to keep this ball out of the net. We do not want to go into the second half 2-0 down at the end of the first match, end of the first half here, Jing.
Psychologically will be devastating for them. It's a good ball into the box, though.
Anton gets to it first. Yannick second.
But it's fallen nicely here for Doctora, who's going to swing it back wide to Belgira.
That's a great pass there to keep it in play.
Belgira. It's a crucial tackle from MJ Libre.
We got a throw in for Stallions deep in the Maharlika half. 2 minutes left. See if we can get one more attempt here. Hits the post.
It's covered by the goalkeeper, but still a warning sign there from Stallion.
MJ passes his man, finds Twassen. A little bit late to find Fonera. They're going to look to go left here if they can. Going back to the right. Fonera's
He's
in a
onside.
good position. He's in a good position. No one's in the box, though.
Libre.
They're going to keep it. Got 1 minute and a half left here, Jing. What's
Libre
this?
gets
What
it
is
back.
this? No one's there.
Drags it across goal there. An opportunity for Maharlika, a rare one for them, and no surprise, MJ Libre involved in this one.
It's unfortunate.
Oh.
That's something out of nothing could have happened there. Here's the replay.
It came on the break.
That's the attempt with Stallions that hit the post.
And shortly after that, Maharlika raced down the right side. And that's where the opportunity came about. Here it is. Oof, just wide.
back on the ball for errors here in midfield. Draws a foul, closing the end of this half. This is a good opportunity here, Jing. Let's see if they can maximize this.
Fantastic chance here for Maharlika.
We haven't seen much quality in any of their set pieces. This is could be the last play of the half.
Looks like Charlie Beaton is taking over. Gary Epeso looks interested in it, but Charlie has taken charge here. You wonder if Gary would be better inside the box for Maharlika. But they've got 4 lined up at the edge of the area. Now it looks like it is going to be Gary. He's going for it.
On frame, easy save for Stallion.
Nelson Gasic has had little to do throughout this match. He was alive and alert for that attempt.
We have about 2 minutes of stoppage time here, Jing. Stallion's going to look to close out this half. They'll gladly hold on to his possession. Maharlika, I think they just want to finish this half with this 1-0 lead here. Jing, what do you think?
Get an opportunity to breathe, regroup, and reassess their approach.
Space.
Endure.
Can they make something out of this?
Closed down by Barbaso. It's opened up nicely. It's a good block. Meliza looking for support. He gets it in the shape of Darwin Regala. Looking for the cross. It's going to be close to Fong. That's an easy catch for the goalkeeper. Outlet is quick to Epeso. He's been very good. Size advantage really playing a part for the target man.
Yes, Jing. He knows how to use his body well. Also, as you notice, he gets his arm, feels that player, uses his body, keeps the ball away from him as much as possible.
Could be a chance here for Maharlika. Again, not the greatest entry. Fernea winning that battle. Wins it a second time.
Stallions picks up this loose ball.
Villarreal looking to send it forward. Here's where the wind comes into play a little bit, but Basa able to track the ball very nicely. There's the halftime whistle after 45 minutes. So we've got Stallion Laguna ahead by a solitary goal. 1-0 to the men in pink against Maharlika Manila. It's a beautiful goal from Endure that separates the two sides, Nate. What'd you say? What'd you think of that first half, Nate?
Yeah, well, we saw a complete domination for Stallions. We're gonna have to look at the stats there. Several opportunities, couple on frame. It's a 1-0 fair assault. Could easily be 2 or 3-0 there, Jing, easily.
Stallion with the noses in front and good value for that lead. We've got a halftime challenge coming up, a crossbar challenge, an opportunity to win some cash, Nate.
5,000 pesos, that's around $100 US, Jing.
That's going to be happening in the future matches, actually. Not for this one. The morning kickoff, no 5,000 on the line. I was about to jump in there, Nate.
You were excited.
But we do have some highlights to look forward to. We have them for you in just a little bit. So here we have it, some of the highlights from that opening half, and that was the opening goal, Nate. That was the third opportunity for Endure, actually, and you could feel the aggression in that finish, really lashed it in. But this has been sort of the story of the game, Nate. Stallion spending a lot of time in this sort of territory, and Maharlika with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, Maharlika soaked up a lot of pressure in that half, Jing. A lot of pressure. They're very lucky to come away with 1-0. Stallions will be happy with that first half performance, leading 1-0, but they might bite themselves on the backside there, not putting away more goals there.
I certainly would have felt they deserve at least 2. Jan Meliza with a couple good chances. Of course, Endure had 2 or 3 himself. And here is sort of the final opportunity from Darwin Regala, who was very, very active in that one. But as it stands, just the 1 goal in it so far. And we've got second half action just around the corner. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways.
I'm Eric Minmiganto from Mako, Davao de Oro, a forward from Kaya FC. Nag-start ako sa province namin sa Mako, Mako Davao de Oro na siya ngayon. I started when I was grade 2. Na-invite ako ng mga cousins ko, and then doon nag-start ang lahat. Nung una, just for fun, pero ngayon naging passion ko na to eh. So walang football, parang manghihina yung katawan mo eh. So para sa Kaya FC, proud na proud ako kasi ito ang team na to na sumuporta sa amin kahit na down na lahat. Hindi kami iniwan, so thankful ako na nandito ako sa Kaya FC. Siguro sa masasabi ko, malaking tulong yung ginawa ng PFL, lalo na yun nga, yung football, hindi ganun kasikat na sports, pero napatunayan na kaya ng PFL mag-provide ng league. At ngayon nga, magsa-start na this coming month, so magpapasalamat ako ng marami sa PFL also. Isa lang yung target ng team, to get the championship and maglaro sa AFC. Champions League. So yun, expect nyo na ibibigay namin ng lahat sa loob ng 90 minutes. Sa 5 games na yan, magkakasiguro kayong magiging masaya kayo sa papanoorin nyo sa Kaya FC. Para sa akin, lahat naman challenging, pero di natin mawala yung United. Siguro yun yung kumbaga magiging mahirap na kalaban, pero alam namin na may bubuga kami as Kaya FC, and may makakaya kami.
I'm Dini Ouattara, goalkeeper of Mendiola FC. Football is one of our first sports, and we really have like a football school, academic. So I start my beginning there in my country. I get inspiration from old players like Didier Drogba, Salomon Kalou, Gervinho, Sylvain Gbou. So we always saw them all the time on the TV playing. So we get that inspiration, and we just enjoy. So we try to go in. As football player, athlete, everyone have a big dream to become a professional, because we saw many players on TV playing. So we get that inspiration from them. So my dream was how to be as a professional also. To be honest, I'm really thankful to be as player of Mendiola club. and I'm happy to be in PFL also. You know, Mendiola for me is like a family, not as a team. It's like a family. I can say right now with Mendiola FC, we are doing very great things with our principal coach, Coach Dan, and Coach Niboy. They have a lot of experience. They try to give us the knowledge on the fields, and we accept to work hard and learn from them. And I'm gonna say we really have good motivation this year than last year. As you know, we are a new team, but with a big dreams.
Hello, I'm Jim Ashley V. Flores. I'm a winger, forward, striker, and I play for Menjola FC 1991. I started playing for Laguna Football Federation. I grew up sa Cabinti, Laguna. It's a small province sa Laguna next to Quezon province na. Hindi ko talaga alam kung paano nag-start pero hinuhugot lang ako ng Santa Cruz, Laguna for DepEd games. Tapos doon na parang nagbigay na sila ng scholarship hanggang sa nakarating na ako ng high school and college. Tapos kinuha ko ng Rizal Technological University. Then after that, I tried out for the national team. Nakuha ko for U19 and then yun, nagkaroon ako ng opportunity sa San Beda, binigyan ako nila ng scholarship. So that's how I started playing football. Yung ano kasi doon is to escape talaga sa poverty kasi yung family ko naman is hindi naman kayang magbigay ng tuition, magbayad ng tuition for colleges. So yun, ginamit ko yung pagiging athlete ko para makakuha ng scholarship sa schools, makakuha ng allowance, and nag-enjoy ako sa travel ng DepEd Palawan, Negros. Grabe yung experience sa football. It's a big privilege for me na ma-represent. Kasi since 2015, I represent Menjola FC 1991 sa second division ng UFL. And nung nalaman ko na magbubuo sila ng team for professional football, it's really big for me na i-represent sila ulit, na makapagbigay din ng opportunity sa mga younger generation na makapaglaro professionally. Kasi yung professional football, iba talaga, lahat kasi talaga magagaling. You have caliber teams like Ceres Negros, Stallions, Kaya, they're really big clubs. Tas marami kasing football player na gusto lang talagang maglaro and they to show their talent sa big stage, and yun nga yung Philippine Football League. Yung gusto ko talaga yung binigay sa akin na chance ng Philippine Football League, kasi binigyan nila ako ng chance na makapaglaro, tas makita ng family ko na may napupuntahan yung ginagawa ko. Yung team goals parati ng Menjola FC is to compete to the highest level, na every single game is very important, na ibigay namin kung paano kayo maglaro na counter-attacking football. Yun yung gusto naming ibigay sa mga nanonood, na yung counter-attacking football is effective siya.
Players are back on the pitch here at the PFF National Training Center. Halftime done and dusted. Stallion Laguna taking a 1-0 lead into the second half, which is about to get underway in just a few moments. Jing Hamlang and Nate Berkey call on the action for you. Philippines Football League action brought to you by Qatar Airways. And thank you for joining us on this morning kickoff on the PFL platforms on YouTube and on Facebook and over the One Play Sports platforms as well. Football is back in the Philippines and we are excited about that. 45 minutes in the book. Stallion Laguna, as we mentioned, with their noses in front. What stood out to you in that opening half, Nate?
What stood out to me was MJ Libre again excelling his performance from that first match. It's exactly what I wanted to see from the guy. Can he match and continue game after game growing? And he's, his first half was very good, I thought.
Underway here. MJ Libre, of course, the right winger for Maharlika Manila. Didn't get too many opportunities on the ball, but when he did get on the ball, it looked very promising for them. And they are hunting a way back into this game, and he could be crucial in those efforts, Nate.
Yeah, he looks light, he looks bright. He's getting himself into a lot of good situations. He's confident on the ball, making good decisions.
Another player who's done well for Maharlika is Gary Epeso. He's been their target man up front. But other than those two, it's been a bit of a struggle for the newcomers. What would you like to see here from Maharlika in the second half, Nate?
I would like to see them get control of this midfield. I think we see a bit of an adjustment here from Anton. I would like to see the midfield, if he's in midfield, I'd like to see Anton Tuason and Fornea connect a bit more, get control of that ball, and dictate how they're going to come up the field. I think that's where they struggled in that first half. So I'd like to see them get control of the midfield, have a bit more possession.
So we've seen a change here from Maharlika Manila. The first one of the match, Jose Montelibano has checked into the game. It looks as if it's Carl Amisola who has given way. Anton Del Rosario has moved over to right back, and Jose Montelibano has occupied a space up top. Clearly they're unhappy with their opportunities in the attacking third. Hopefully Montelibano will be able to address some of those concerns.
Yeah, we're seeing definitely a tactical change here, Jing. Maharlika looks to have three up front now.
Perhaps
Anton, as you said, has moved to right back.
And maybe it was a case of conserving your energy in the first half and looking for a strong finish here against Stallion.
I think it was a necessary adjustment from Roxy Dorelis. Let's see if it pays off here in the second half. First half wasn't working for him, Jing.
And now Griffin has ventured over to the left flank for Stallion. He was on the right in the opening period. He's being shepherded here by Libre and Anton Del Rosario. That was well dealt with, at least momentarily. There is a player down for Stallion. It looks like Janjan Meliza is struggling with something on his hip.
Looks like we have a fair play there. Credit to Maharlika. They're going to give the ball back to Stallions.
And Janjan Meliza has struggled with some fitness issues over the last few campaigns. He is a real spark plug for this Stallion Laguna side, but has been forced onto the sidelines for some elongated periods from time to time. And here he is needing a bit of treatment, and he's going to venture over to the bench for a moment.
So Maharlika looks like has adjusted to a 4-3-3 with MJ Libre, Yannick Tuason, and Fornera in midfield.
Maharlika sent it back to Stallion. Bit of fair play there. And we talked a little bit about what you want to see from Maharlika, Nate, but Stallion here, they hold an advantage. What should they be focusing on here?
Well, they should definitely focus on keeping that lead, playing smart, But what I would like to see from them as they get into the attack, as you saw, their goal came from a composed and long possession. So what I would like to see as they get into that attacking third, can they show that patience and quality and connect with one another and create a clear scoring opportunity?
Earlier, that assist actually came from their center back, Reynald Villarreal. That's how deep Maharlika Manila were inside their own half.
Maharlika looking a bit livelier, would you say there, Jing, as we start the second half?
Certainly showing a little bit more pressure here inside Stallions' half. But still relatively calm for the men in pink as they launch this one forward for Griffin McDaniel. Just beyond the Stallion U signing.
MJ tries to get a touch to it, but as it goes out, Kawichi would take the throw close side to us. We got a sub coming on, Jing.
Looks like Janjan Meliza has been forced off. And now we're going to see the introduction of Nicolas Ferrer.
Number 10, Melissa, replaced by player number 11, Nicolas Ferrer.
That's two standouts from the Far Eastern University swapping places. Hope it's nothing too serious for Janjan Meliza. A real exciting player, not just for Stallion, but for the entire league. But he's replaced by a veteran in many ways in Nicolas Ferrer. Del Rosario finding a peso in the channel. There's a quick
Heavy
look.
touch, able to control that.
It's a quick look there at Nicolas Ferrer, our substitute. And a peso here being muscled off by Koichi Belgira, which is no easy task for the left back.
Seems the only way they can get the ball from that guy, Jing. You got to have two players on him.
Now some real pressure being shown from Maharlika, and it's yielded some positivity here as that ball sails out of bounds. There's two balls on the pitch at the moment. Referee hasn't spotted it yet.
That's what you want to see there, Jing. Can Maharlika win the ball inside the half of Stallions, put pressure, and win it in a dangerous spot? All that pressure led to a throw and deep into the Stallions half. Maharlika now will just gladly take over possession.
It's a restart here. Shake of the head from some of the Maharlika players. They were starting to find their groove on that possession. Now they're forced to restart with Bandek and Fon. Barbaso sends that one forward for MJ Libre to attack. MJ holding up to the challenge well. The man from Tondo now on the ball once again.
Going straight to the goal. MJ
It's a
with
lovely
a great
ball from
pass.
Montelibano.
1-0.
Maharlika Manila's first goal in the Philippines Football League, tucked away by Jose Montelibano. 1-1.
Who makes the pass? The boy from Tondo knows exactly what to do when he gets on that ball. Drives into the middle towards the goal. Picks out his player. Great finish. This is a historical goal for Maharlika, Jing. First goal. Let's have a look. Look at the weight of the pass. One-time finish. Who's the goal scorer on that, Jing?
Jose Montelibano, the substitute, Nate. He's just checked into the game and he has made history for his club.
This is exactly what you want from any substitute coming on at any point of the game. They need to lift your team. Maharlika would definitely be happy with that.
We talked about it. We want to get MJ Libre on the ball more often, and he has executed a wonderful assist to provide Maharlika Manila a way back into this game.
1-1, Jing. We have a match.
Yes,
early
we do.
into the second half, early goal, 1-1.
For Stallion Laguna, this is what you wanted to avoid. You wanted to stay composed. You wanted to avoid Maharlika scoring, particularly in the first 10 minutes of this second half. But here we are.
It shows what can happen, Jing, if you don't put away your chances.
One of the biggest question marks hanging over Maharlika Manila was, would they be able to hang at the highest level of Philippine club football after losing their first game, but only just at a 1-0 scoreline against KFC Iloilo, and now 1-1 with Stallion Laguna. I think it's fair to say they belong at this level, Nate.
Well, I think everyone will agree after the first match. You would say that, but now 100%. And this is great to see for a historical new club into the Philippine Football League.
Wonderful fight there from Jose Montalibano. He's been whistled for the foul there, but this is the kind of fight that was missing in Maharlika's first half.
Both teams will be eager to get that next goal, Jing. It's going to be interesting to see who does. I think we're in for an interesting match here. Let's see. I'm hoping for more goals.
You love how quickly things can change. And here we have it again. That historical goal for Maharlika Manila, their first as a club. Onside was Jose Montalibano, clearly. And here he is once more. Gets a touch to it.
Good tackle there.
Maharlika now with their tails up here. Nate, the confidence oozing now.
Yuhiko shined in that first match, I thought, for Maharlika in the left back position. I like this guy.
Cutting inside. Charlie Beaton looking for a teammate. Libre. Drop of the shoulder.
Look at the confidence on this boy, Jing.
All the way back to Barbaso. Lifted over to Epeso. Tricky one.
Strength. Strength.
Well done. Well, it looked like actually Koichi Belgira had exhibited some good defending there, but he's been whistled for the foul. Let's have a look at it here. Said there was a shirt tug, and there it is. That's a good call from the referee.
As the game progresses, it's going to get heated. It's going to get intense. Let's hope this ref can maintain control of this match. We don't want to see anything get too heated in there.
Beaton's ball. Tuason with a header, and that's over the bar.
That's a good opportunity there. He's all alone. Yannick able to just get a flick onto it.
Yeah,
doesn't hit the frame, but that's a good opportunity for Maharlika.
Ball for Endure to chase. Ibrahima facing up against Jerry Barbaso. Able to find a bit of room. Looking for the return ball. No whistle from Alabin. Now, he had a good look at it. He's wanting to see if the play would develop. We're going to have a look at it.
Free kick here for Stallions in a decent spot here. Let's have a look at the replay.
That was from earlier. Just missed out on the contact there. But it's a good spot for Stallion. They've worked some interesting set pieces already. We'll see if they're going to go direct or if they're going to work something from the training ground. Looks like Koichi Belgira will be involved. He scored a few from this kind of distance, so Koichi Belgira is certainly going to be a threat here for Stallion. It's also Fitch Arboleda, an option for them. go. Step over from Arboleda. It's Koichi trying to curl that one in. It's well over in the end. One more look at that. And there's that effort. Arboleda. And a look over his shoulder, slowing things down just a bit. Stallion looking to regain their foothold in this game. Looked a little flustered after conceding that goal.
It's not something you want to see as you start the half there, Jing. Psychologically, it's the worst thing. As you start the half, you give up an early goal. All of a sudden, that momentum is deflated. And it's kind of what we're starting to see right now. We have another player down. Looks like cramps.
This is something that will be a feature in this competition. As you mentioned, limited period of time to prepare for this competition. And the games are going to be coming in thick and fast, so you're going to expect a few muscular issues for the players. Here's that attempt from earlier. You got to get closer to the target there, Nate.
Got to take advantage of these opportunities. Free kicks, corner kicks.
We're seeing a substitution now for Stallion while a hydration break is being taken. Alan Angeles is about to check in. It looks like Joe Warren Bedia's game is finished for Coach Richard Leble. That means 30 minutes to express himself. Alan Angeles. But so far, a bright start here to the second half, and that's the reason why MJ Libre to Jose Montelibano, 1-1 the scoreline, and Maharlika making a fight out of this, Nate.
Yeah, this is great to see from the new club, showing some life here, not folding. Good test for their character, and they've responded, Jing. They have responded.
We were wondering how Maharlika would respond. We've gotten our answer, and now the question falls onto Stallion. How did they respond to this equalizer? It looked like they were cruising to 3 points here. Now this game has been turned on its head.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Ernie is watching this match. Not too happy with his team right now with what he sees. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the phone, texting the coach now for some adjustments.
And this is when you look back at minute 15, minute 20, and you look at some of the opportunities that were missed in that first half, and you're thinking, how much do those hurt right now?
Well, we got a 1-1 game here. It's open right now, Jing.
That's a lovely layoff, too, from Montelibano. He's becoming a real factor in this game.
They're going to play quick, Jing.
Stopped in their tracks. They've got a throw in on the far side. Stallion keeping the right flank nice and tight.
Clearance, but Maharlika on the ball. Good
lovely footwork.
Fornera. Draws a foul.
Close control from Ding Dong Fornera. Lovely stuff from the midfielder.
Nice piece of skill there, Jingling.
So now, free kick from a wide area. Charlie Beaton has been taking these from Maharlika Manila. He had a nice one for Yannick Tuason in their last set piece. This one a little bit more height to it. It's well headed away. Fornea misses it. Counter-attack is on here for Stallion. Well stopped by Yuhiko.
Unable to capitalize on that there, Jing. Maharlika takes possession now deep into their own half.
Tuason.
Maharlika been on the ball for these past few minutes here, Jing.
Besso looking for the whistle, nothing giving. And now Arboleda with his head up. First touch there for Angeles.
Stallions will now keep it as they approach the half midfield line.
We've seen how Montelibano has changed the game for Maharlika.
Kauchi needs to get wider, get to that touch line.
Here he is now,
He's
Kucha
got some
Belgira.
space.
It's time to see now if Angeles can change this game. That ball cut out before it could get to him. Sloppy pass from Tuason. That's a poor pass.
A lot of turnovers here right now, Jing. The strength. Can they get it wide?
Tuason.
Who's our
Libre
man?
now. First touch, let
Heavy
him down.
First touch. Look at him, just fighting, still fighting, still fighting. Nobody's there to help press, win that ball.
What a step up for MJ Libre from playing nowhere near this level to playing at the highest level and asserting himself as if he's been playing here for quite some time.
Well, Jing, this is what happens when you come from that part of the country, when you have that upbringing. You know, I posted in the Philippine Football League Facebook group, what is the culture here in Philippines? And I think MJ Libre right now is a prime example that Philippine football culture does exist. This kid comes from Tondo, Manila.
For those unfamiliar, it's a very
those who aren't
urban
familiar,
setting.
You know, his environment is going to give him that grind and that grit, and it shows that there is culture here in Philippines. And now that we have players coming from this part of the country and really turning some heads and showing this is what Philippine football is about.
There aren't many fields over there in Tondo, but they found a way.
I've been there, Jing. They have futsal. It's big there, and players play that daily on their court there.
Just beyond Charlie Beaton, Belgira taking over. Ibrahima. That's behind Fitch Arboleda, which takes the sting out of their counterattack. They're looking for the offside flag, and it is raised. Looked like he came
from an offside position there,
from behind the back line, yeah, at the point of the pass. And we're past the halfway point of this second period. Time is flying, Nate. Both sides searching for the winner. Basa going down under the challenge. True veteran there, David Basa, felt the contact from behind. He's going to get his side a chance to breathe a little. Montelibano now. Tough challenge there from Doctora. Nice touch.
Dummy there.
Angeles opening up for him.
Forcing a save on Bendekin.
It looked like it was venturing wide for a goal kick, but Bendekin Fong wanted to make sure Let's have a look at it here. Space opening up for Alan Angeles quite nicely. Easy shot in the end for Bandek and Fong, but he can't hold on to it.
Got another corner kick here for Stallions. Let's see if they can get something on target here.
Not the best delivery.
Bit of contact. Ball goes out.
You always want to clear the first man on a corner kick.
Doctor on the ball.
Forced backwards to Matthew Nienes, who was looking for Angeles. Fornea looking for that run of Jose Montelibano. Montelibano listed as a defender for Maharlika Manila. Perhaps that's where he played in his collegiate days. But he's been a real force up front for them. Belgira. Little flick on from Endure. And McDaniel has ventured inwards. Arboleda.
Not much movement for these. They get it wide.
Oof, looking for the spectacular. And just over. Bandek and Fong needed to touch that over the bar.
We got another corner kick, Jing.
Let's have a look at that. Oh.
Ambitious attempt there, Jing, what'd you say?
Nicholas Ferrer making contact with a bicycle. I love the confidence on that one. Corner kick, again, not clearing the first man. Entry ball straight to the goalkeeper. Chance here. And Maharlika Manila survive, and they're on the break. Charlie Beaton. He's got space to work. Cuts it back. Shot is saved by Gasik.
Decent play there from Maharlika. Stallions are going to look to get the ball forward. Late challenge there in the middle of the field.
Fornea not happy at all with that challenge from Ibrahima.
I wouldn't be happy either.
Nelson Alubin III having a look at it.
Here's the attempt from Maharlika. Left-footed strike. Forces a save.
Nothing too dangerous there for Gasik, but still it's a warning sign for Stallion here, Nate.
We have a change coming on here, Jing. That's gonna be the day for MJ.
Promising performance once again from MJ Libre. Picks up an assist for his efforts as well. Look lively on the right flank, but here comes Jeremy Thoyer now to replace him.
Well, that's a great match there for MJ. I'm happy to see that. We have an experienced Jeremy coming onto the field, making his debut for the team. Let's see if we can help in the attack and create something for the Maharlika side, as we only have. We're on the 73rd minute mark.
Looking for some fresh legs here. Jeremy Thoyer, of course, as you mentioned, a veteran. He's played for Global, played for Manila Jeepneys, played for Nomads.
He's got to be lively though, Jing. He has to be lively. He's got to be buzzing.
And one thing is for sure, he's got pace.
He's
Jeremy
fresh.
Thoyer.
All of these guys on the field now are fatigue is setting in. You know, this sun has been on them for the entire game. Him coming in, we gotta see some energy from him.
Koichi
16
Belgira
minutes left, Jing.
has been really solid at left back for Stallion, but he's got a tricky challenge now with Jeremy Thor looking to run in behind him at every opportunity.
Charlie with some space, he's able to turn. Great pass.
Thor wide
Touch
open.
and strike that, son.
Goal for Maharlika Manila. His first chance, and they've taken the lead.
Wow.
Substitute Jeremy Thor
Wow.
has put Maharlika Manila in front.
The ref not allowing celebration, but you can see the excitement and the meaning for this goal for this Maharlika side. That was a great turn from Charlie. Great weighted pass to the Jeremy on the right flank. Takes the first touch.
We were just talking about it, Nate. Jeremy's going to want to run in behind, and Koichi did not anticipate the danger, and he was punished there.
Again, this is what you want to see from your subs. Both subs from Maharlika making an impact.
15 minutes remaining. We're seeing a hydration break here. And what a crucial time for this. 15 minutes to go. 2-1. So many things
What a change of
are
events.
running through the minds
What a
now of
change
these
of
two
events.
sides. What are you saying now? If you're Richard Labler, you had the goal advantage. Now you're behind. You've got 15 minutes to go, Nate. What are you telling your boys?
Well, you tell them you're in a hole and you have to push for this goal. This being their first match, they don't want to drop points. They want to at least salvage something out of this match. Otherwise, it's a complete loss for them.
Let's remember, Stallion Laguna, one of the more experienced clubs in this competition, they're gunning for AFC Cup qualification. In order to do that, you need to finish in the top 3 of this competition, and an opening day win would have set them up perfectly for it. A 2-1 scoreline behind against Maharlika Manila, not the nightmarish situation you're hoping for.
We're in for a good finish to this game here, Jing, I think.
Absolutely, Nate. And we got to give credit to Maharlika Manila. They didn't look like they were putting up much of a fight in that first half, penned in for 45 minutes, offering very little going forward, but this second half has been a complete change.
Stallions with not much options. They're just launching it forward. I hope to see a bit of life here from Stallions and let them try and come back into this match. There's still time, Jing. There's still time.
Now we're going to see some substitutions on the way here for Stallion. They're preparing a very interesting substitution as well. Samuel Bonney is preparing to come into the game. Already a coach over the last couple of seasons for Stallion, but he's been listed as a player just in case he was needed. And of course, the dropout of Valkyros, Sendra, and Abu Si has opened the door here for Samuel Bonney to return to Philippines Football League action. And here, Stallion trying to find their space here inside Maharlika's half. Belgira being chased down by Thoyer. Nieres straight into the hands of Bandek and Fong. And he's going to throw it all the way to half field.
Unable to connect there.
"12 minutes and change for Stallion Laguna."
Not much urgency here from Stallions here, Jing.
Which is
Taking
a bit of
their
a
time.
surprise. Doctora Getting Nieres involved in the attack.
Get around him, Nieres. Get forward. You're losing.
Tuason takes it away. Epeso now.
There's some space here for Jeremy. Lots of space here for Jeremy. Can he get to it?
Just beyond Jeremy Thoyer there. He had acres of room to run into.
Heavy on that pass there.
Here come the substitutions now. Griffin McDaniel coming off. He's being replaced here by Samuel Bonney.
First showing there for McDaniel there, Jing. Welcoming him into Stallions and into the Philippine Football League. What are your thoughts on his first performance here?
You certainly look lively in that first half. In the second half, a little less so. But it would be a big boost to his confidence getting acquainted at this level. And here is another substitution. Nicholas Ferrer, the substitute being substituted as he comes on for JV Kalukaran. Bit of a surprise there.
A lot of changes here, Jing. A lot of changes here.
Not often you see a substitute being replaced. Nicholas Ferrer will be devastated by that. Nice piece of skill to let that ball run, but the pass left lacking straight to David Basa. Stallion now turning up the pressure. Pass is a bit too strong.
Yannick with nothing but time and space in front of him. Gets it wide to Jeremy. Again, heavy on that pass.
Jeremy's quick, not that quick.
I got
ball slipped out of the hand there.
Stallings down 2-1. We're still not seeing much of a press though.
Barbaso, cool, calm head. Samuel Bonney gets that to Doctora. That's a strong challenge from Arboleda. Referee says play on. Wow.
Goalkeeper all the way out.
Risky
has to make
there
a play.
From Nelson Gasic. He needed to get it right, and he got all ball. Let's have a look at it here, Nate. Here it is. Outside the box. Oof. It's a proper challenge from the goalkeeper.
Quick off his line.
Gary Epeso has stayed down, unfortunately, here for Maharlika Manila. You hope it's nothing serious.
They'll gladly run the clock here, Maharlika, as this game takes off.
Gonna need a bit of treatment here. And Roxy Dorlas has looked over to his bench. And it looks as if he's going to be looking for reinforcements, making sure they finish off this match strong. Epeso off the field momentarily. They're going to need to get him back on very quickly. They've lost possession here.
Maharlika looking organized in defense right now. They're trying to get compact. Bonnet with the long ball. Straight to the keeper, Bendekin, who will gladly take his time.
Sam Bonney, it's been quite some time since we've seen him. Of course, played a prominent role for Loyola back in the day. Played for Stallion as well. Well known as an experienced head at the back, and they're going to need him at his best. Epeso, again, so strong on the ball. He's been bundled over, and he's lost the whistle there. He's surprised, thought he was going to go in his favor. I think he had a point.
I think so as well, Jing. See if we can get a replay. Stallion's out for a quick play.
Doctora gets it out wide.
We need a good service here.
Cutting back inside. Beaton offering support And that's enough to force Stallion back. And you hear people calling Samuel Boni coach because that's what he is now. Hasn't been playing for quite some time, and that ball is misplaced. Nice touch. Arboleda on the turn. That's lovely pressure.
It's a Stallions throw deep in Maharlika's half. Time's running out for them, Jing.
And here, Gary Peso being brought down in the middle, and that was the situation we saw earlier. Looked like they were straight up pushing Gary Peso there, but you could see how formidable he is. His physique, a real issue for Stallion all throughout this match. Anywhere will do for Maharlika. They're happy just to get it away from their box. Last 5 minutes. Looked like the pass might have been a bit soft there from Del Rosario.
Nothing but space here for Maharlika.
For Nea. That's got to be a foul. And it is.
Professional foul for Stallions, but Maharlika will gladly walk, take their time.
And as we've been talking about, this is Maharlika's second game. They played on Wednesday night. So their legs are going to be a little bit heavier than that of Stallion.
Their game was in the evening as well, Jing. We cannot take light this sun. It will drain you in the warm-up.
So understandable that they're going to be looking for every break that they can take.
Wasted free kick there for Maharlika.
They've had troubles connecting with Jeremy Thoyer. But the time where it did matter, the first opportunity, he tucked it away. And that's almost a disaster there for Stallion. They're holding on to possession, but in an area where Maharlika will be very happy for them to hold on to it. Boni. They swing the ball to the substitute, Caloocaran. And that's a sloppy ball to Belgira. Just needs to be a little bit sharper here for Stallion. Fong able to deny the goal kick. Or the corner kick, rather.
Jeremy's got to get up the field.
This wind's going to take it straight out of bounds. So Nieres has been pushed up for Stallion, as Boni has taken his spot in the center of defense. Doctora.
Time and space
Arboleda.
for Fitch.
Opportunity now for Fitch. Arboleda. Oof.
Nice piece of play from Stallions there, Jing. Unable to get that shot on target, though.
Nice little exchange there from Ibrahima and Fitch. In the end, Alan Angeles with the opportunity. Off target.
He's got to get that ball across the goal. Unlucky there. We got a player down now. Clock still ticking. Got about 6-7 minutes left here, Jing.
Looks like it might
Plus
have been
injury 1 minute injury time.
some cramps there for Charlie Beaton. He's been lively in this game.
Oh no, I'm sorry. We're on the 89th minute there, Jing.
Yep.
Game's almost over.
That's right.
It's gone by so fast here, Jing.
It's been an exciting second period, that's for sure. 2 goals, both coming from Maharlika Manila. And here comes another substitute for Maharlika as Peter Varley checks into the match. Peter Itaas.
Yannick has time and space. Able to turn, skips past his player.
So Charlie Beaton makes way for the substitute, and here he is now. 4 minutes to be added on to this game. 4 minutes for Stallion Laguna to salvage something.
I apologize to all the viewers as we approach the end of the match. We're going on 4 minutes of injury time.
First touch there for Peter Varley.
Let's see how Maharlika manages these last 4 minutes, Shing. It's going to be crucial. I'd like to see them.
Basa playing quickly, and now it's fallen here for Jose Montelibano.
Jeremy picks up the ball on the left flank with nothing but time and space here, Jing.
Chance for Montelibano.
Not going to beat him from that distance on that shot. Maharlika needs to drop.
Arboleda. Barbaso. Looking for the handball. Certainly struck the arm of Endur.
Nice piece of skill from Doctor. Great ball there.
Arboleda.
Corner kick.
Chance here for Stallion. Put some pressure on this back line.
As I've been saying all game here, Jing, set pieces haven't been great. Let's see if they can maximize here. There's a few minutes of extra time. They're down 2-1. Can they salvage a draw here?
There's the scoreline right in front of you. It's a nice ball. That one just wide. Made contact there in the middle. Let's have a look at it. One more. Off.
Ben Decken misreads that. Luckily, nothing happens.
That was Doctora who got his head to it. One of the smallest men on this pitch. Van Dijk and Fong perhaps wisely taking a moment here. Breather, taking the momentum out of the game. And if they hold on to this, Nate, a historic victory for Maharlika Manila. Everybody was expecting that perhaps they would need some time to acclimate to this level. Yet here they are about to get their first 3 points.
Historical moment for this club as the game closes end. They've shown some great character, Jing, to get back into this match. 2 unanswered goals from them.
Here we are about to get underway. Launched upfield by David Basa. Not much time at all. Epeso has been tremendous in this game.
Wow, he's still on the ball. Appeal for a foul there, but the ref says play on. Stallions looking for anything at this moment as the game ends.
Belkira able to get it to Arboleda.
Offsides.
Ooh.
You cannot be offsides in this position here, Jing. This is a wasted opportunity for me as the
Let's
game
have a look.
ends. Fitch on the ball.
And look at that. Just behind David Basa there, who was disciplined enough to hold the line.
Pretty close here.
Right there.
As you see, he received that ball. He's already in an offside position. He's got to hold that run just a bit more. It's a bit antsy there. Has to be expected, but you got to hold that run.
Montelibano, the target here. And the hustle being shown up front from Jose Montelibano.
Bonnet launches it forward, not to anyone particular. Maharlika able to pick up the ball in midfield.
Loose touch from Peter Varley. But that won't matter because the final whistle has been blown and Maharlika Manila have picked up their first victory as a professional football club.
Let's keep in mind, for all these viewers watching, this team, not a single player is receiving a salary. They're out there just for the love of the game, for their passion. See how much it means to them.
Amazing victory for Maharlika Manila. It was Ibrahima Endur who scored the first goal for Stallion Laguna. It looked like they were cruising to their first 3 points of the 2020 season, but Maharlika Manila had other plans. Jose Montelibano brought in at halftime, scores within the first 15 minutes of his introduction, and to finish things off, Jeremy Thoyer to make it 2-1 in favor of Maharlika, and that's how it finishes. Maharlika Manila 2, Stallion Laguna 1. Amazing performance, amazing result, and we're so happy that you guys tuned in to watch this fantastic morning kickoff here in the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Nate, your first game in the books, how was that?
Was exciting. Very exciting. Very eventful. Nice to see how that game just turned completely, and just shows how round the game is, and you just have to keep playing. You have to keep playing. Unfortunately, Stallion's not able to convert their opportunities and only able to score that one goal, which was not enough against this new Maharlika side.
Let's have a look at the highlights. This is what got it started for Stallion Laguna, but they had missed a few opportunities prior to that, and perhaps that's what will come back to hurt them. But it was all systems go for them, everything pointing in the right direction after this goal. They were in cruise control, Nate. But things changed in that second half. Maharlika Manila really came alive.
Yeah, it was great to see the second half change completely from that first half. Jing, we saw a completely different side. Tactics were different, bit new shape, new formation.
Man of the match for Maharlika Manila is Bandeken Fong, who had a fantastic game for them. Personally, I thought Gary Epeso was fantastic as well, but this was the winner. Jeremy Thoyer getting that one and finishing it off. You see how it means, or what it means rather, for the players of Maharlika Manila. This is tremendous.
That's a good finish there, Jing. That's a good finish. Even better pass. But wow, what a change of events.
So let's have a look at it. Recapping this match, it's been a spectacular display here in the Philippines Football League. Just goes to show how even the competition is.
Yes.
Only 6 teams, but anybody can take points from anyone. And in this game, Stallion Laguna couldn't even get one. Maharlika Manila taking all 3 of the points. As we take a look at some of the statistics. But first, one more look at the goals. It seems as if Stallion Laguna shaded the possession, which is not surprising. They got that one 55-45. But the scoreline, perhaps the most important of the statistics, 2-1. But when you look at the shot statistics, 8 on target for Stallion Laguna out of 13. And that's where it kind of hurts for them, because they had a lot of opportunities, Nate. Maharlika Manila only had 4 opportunities on goal, but 2 of those ended up in the back of the net.
We also take a look at the pass completion here. Maharlika is at 67 out of 266 passes to Stallion's 52 passes to 380 attempted passes. So Maharlika showing that their possession led to these goals, and they were able to make the most of that.
And the funny thing is, if you look at the first half, Nate, you'd be surprised if Maharlika were able to string together passes at all in that first half.
Absolutely correct, Jing.
So these statistics will have likely come from the second half, completing those 67 passes.
Yeah.
But here he is. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the statistics show that more passes were attempted by Stallion, but their completion rate was quite low. In the second half, Maharlika Manila really just took over, and they've got themselves a famous victory here, one that will be in their history books forever.
History books for sure, and they have all the reason to be happy and proud and celebrate that. That's a big moment for them, Jing. Very, very big moment.
And perhaps for those who were naysayers of Maharlika Manila, who were rather cynical about their capabilities to compete really at this level, well, eat your heart out. They've gotten their first win here, and up against one of the toughest competition there is in Stallion Laguna. This is a team that is experienced, as mentioned, and is expected to perform and be in the top 3 this year.
Yeah, Jing. We saw, I think, oh, here we go.
As mentioned, these are the discrepancies in numbers between the two sides. 13 shots for Stallion Laguna, just 5 for Maharlika. As mentioned, 4 on target, 8 for Stallion, and the corners in favor of Stallion Laguna. All the statistics are skewed towards Stallion Laguna being the favorites, but on the pitch, it was different.
Just goes to show, Jing, if you don't make the most of your opportunities, it's so typical, right, Jing, in football when you only score 1 goal and you have several, and it's still early in the game. Football is 90 minutes, 2 halves. You have to take care of it, both halves. You have to take care of these opportunities, and it just goes to show what can happen if you don't put those goals in the goal.
And that is just the beginning of our PFL action today. We've still got a 4:30 match coming up between Mendiola and United City Football Club. Later on at 8 p.m., you've got Kaya FC Iloilo taking on the Azcals development team. The Young Guns going up against the Veterans. Should be 2 fantastic games to look forward to, and we've set the tone very nicely here with Maharlika Manila getting their first victory as a football club over the Veterans in Stallion Laguna FC. We've enjoyed the coverage. Nate, welcome to your career as a commentator. It's been a pleasure having you on board. I hope you enjoyed the action.
I did. It was exciting, and I'm happy that the match gave that excitement, and it's a great result for Maharlika. Sad, unfortunate result for Stallion, but it's an entertaining match. It was fun to call with you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for sitting beside me and guiding me. It's a pleasure to be with you, Jing. Thank you.
So much more to look forward to. 2 matches. Stick around. My name is Jing Amlang. Thank you for watching the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways.